got Leigh from Poughkeepsie here. You guys are on the Trespassing America tour right now, playing with bands like Five Finger Death Punch and Killswitch.
Right.
Have you guys switched up your set at all to make it a bit heavier?
We only get a half an hour set, so we definitely have had to change our set just because we normally play 45 minutes or an hour or so. But it's been good. But for the most part, we just try to just be us.
So how's the tour been going so far?
Insane. Our biggest tour of our career, and I think it's just monumental that, you know, it's a metal tour, but, you know, they're having us a rock and roll band, more of a hard rock band on there as well. I mean, there's a lot of rock guys that we know that are influenced by metal, and a lot of metalheads we know that are influenced by rock. So hopefully we'll see more of that, more metal and more rock teaming up to create more opportunities for us. But it's been incredible. I mean, the overwhelming response just for, I think even the metal subgenres that are on this bill, every band's so quality at what they do live that it's you know, it's really giving the fans a bang for their buck. And I think people are leaving, whether it's pop people or not. I mean, I think there's a lot of new bands being exposed to all kind of walks of life, and I think people are leaving going, wow, maybe that's not my music, but I really respect what they're doing, or I love what they're doing, or, wow, you know what, I'm going to go back home and check them out on YouTube or virally, see what they're up to, and hopefully as the years progress, you know, we'll continue to, you know, see those fans out more often.
How did you end up on a metal tour?
It was Five Finger. You know, they wanted to bring us out. Obviously, we're a radio band, and, you know, they get a lot of radio play, and a lot of their fans know Pop Evil, but maybe they just, you know, maybe they wouldn't spend the money to see us. Maybe they haven't seen us yet, but I think, you know, a lot of them that know the Five Finger story or know their songs know our songs as well, and it's been a perfect marriage. It's been great.
I was on your site earlier and I saw your tours. Like, every time you're not one of the Trespassing America dates, you have a headlining show.
Yeah.
How do you stay sane just playing every single night?
You don't stay sane. You just get numb. You just get numb to it. No, it's, you know, it's just, if you want to break your band this day and age, you gotta play. You know, and I think that, you know, even if MTV was playing videos, I mean, it's a different era. You know, people got videos on their cell phones. They can, you know, kind of watch and do what they want to when they want to. So in order to kind of be a priority, you know, you got to get out there and be seen, or let that word of mouth kind of start to happen more and more. And the only way to really do that is to get out there and meet the people and hang out with the people and play. And it helps hone the band, and hopefully, you know, it'll give us the road-worthy experience to write the biggest record of our career coming up here.
Tour obviously nonstop for a while. What's been your favorite moment on tour so far?
Man, too many of them. But I think just the fact that this album has been so successful. You know, we've had 3 top 5 records, and working on our 4th single. Anytime you can get 4 singles in anything in this business is incredible. So, I mean, I think that's our favorite moment. And with the adversity that the band's had as far as, you know, band members in and out. And, you know, like you said, you saw being on our tour bus. I mean, I think we were off last year for 2 weeks the whole year, and it's just a couple days at a time. So it's a big commitment, and to see that, you know, the band's kind of taken that adversity and still continue to prosper, I think is the highlight. We just keep going. It keeps getting bigger. So that's definitely exciting.
So you guys work really hard. What do you think of those TV shows like American Idol, where you just get a record deal instantly?
Hey, right, that doesn't mean anything. I'll tell you that. You know, once you get that, you gotta, you know, nothing can change the fact that you have to get out there and work for it. You know, whether it's a label or someone's going to give you anything, you can't make people go to iTunes and spend $1 or buy your records. You know, I mean, that's something you have to prove. And you know, I guess it's great if you don't have a band. I mean, it's something that we don't believe in, because we believe that we all grew up together, and we got to make it work the old-fashioned way. But that's just how we were raised. That's the Michigan mentality. You know, it's like, that's all we know. It's grow up together, and you either sink or swim with each other, and that's certainly how we've done. I mean, you know, we got together in the late 90s, and it just kept building every year. It got bigger. So the American Idol, I don't really have anything to say. It's not how it worked for us. So if you can make it and get in, I guess get in however you can get in. But, you know, either way you slice it, hard work keeps you here once you get in. So.
Do you watch any TV shows? Or
watch all of it. Happy Shark Week. Shark Week, of course I do. I've been watching the Olympics nonstop, and then the Olympics to Shark Week, then to football. Football season is my favorite time of the year, so definitely.
Yeah, you wrote a song for the
Wolverines. The Wolverines.
Yeah.
Go
How
Blue,
does it
baby.
feel?
Yes.
How does it feel playing that in the arena?
Well, we only play it back in Michigan, you know, despite all the fans that want us to play it on the road. But you know, something we did exclusive for our Michigan faithful that appreciate the Wolverines. And the reason we don't play it in the other states is just because we respect. I mean, we're big football guys and we love football, and there's a lot of football teams that are fans of Pop Evil. So it's once you become a fan of Pop Evil, we're a fan of you, even if it's teams I didn't really support growing up. I find myself supporting them now. But we're rooted to the Wolverines and all Michigan sports at that. But it's definitely a good feeling to hear it played in the stadium, and hopefully it continues to grow, and just see what happens.
And if you tour with any band around together or not, which
well, we're doing it right now with Five Finger. We got to play with Judas Priest. Obviously Motley Crue would be amazing, Aerosmith would be amazing, but and anyone, we love the Shinedowns, we love the current bands that are out there doing it. We'd like to see the up and coming, maybe us, Hailstorm, Adelita's Way, some of the younger bands, and to get out there and kind of team up and just one thing I think that's great about up and coming bands touring is it's a chance for us to really get out there and hang out with the fans, have a drink with the fans, kind of get that one-on-one time that you don't always get with the bigger bands, because they're from a different era in music, and I think that it's a great opportunity for the fans in this new music scene to be able to go see live bands that you hear on the radio and be able to go talk to them, have a personal conversation. And I think that's the beauty of rock. I think that's the one thing why country has become so huge. And I think that rock's at a different stage where we have to learn and study what others are doing, and hopefully get ourselves where we belong on top, with rock and metal back on top. So
definitely
we're doing our part. So.
Have any of those older bands influenced you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they all have. And I think songs influence us now. How can you come together as a band and write one song that brings so many people, different walks of life and different ethnicities and different backgrounds to come together to sing one song that you wrote back to you is pretty incredible. So we just try to keep that in mind, keep our road savvy, keep this experience that is pretty much the home, these walls of this tour bus, and hopefully when we get back in to write, which hopefully will be by the end of the year, we'll be able to really get that expression both musically and lyrically out, and make the best record of our career so far. So that's where the pressure is. Yeah.
You worked with Mick Mars on Boss's Daughter. How did that come about?
Insane. Obviously our favorite band growing up in the world is Motley Crue. I'm sure many of you like the Crue as well. And we're very much like a modern day Crue in our opinion. We obviously we don't have the money to get the craziness, but what I mean by that is what I love about the Crue is their energy on stage. From the early days to even now, they always have characters. You didn't just know the lead singer, you didn't just know Vince Neil, you knew Tommy, you knew Nicky, you knew Mick, and they branded individuals, and they created just an iconic musical entity, and that's something we like to mold ourselves after, and having an opportunity. When asked to co-write on this record, of course Mick was the top on our list, and Mick was down, and kind of came in the fourth quarter when the album was already written, and we just were like, let's just see what we come up with, and literally 24 hours later, Boss's Daughter was born, and it's one thing to do a co-write with someone, it's another thing to have it be a single, another thing to have it be a hit single. So all those factors worked out for us, and obviously the video, with Mick being in the video, and just incredible. I think that was the first time Mick told us he's ever been in a video with another guitar player in the video with him. He's normally the only guitar player in the video, so he was there with Dave, and it was good. It was just incredible to be a part of that. If someone would have told us in the 80s, hey, Mick Mars is going to be in your video one day, we would have been like, you're dreaming. But dreams come true, and it's just a testament to hard work, and at the end of the day, writing great songs. I mean, that's where it really boils down to. You got to write the songs that connect, and we've been very fortunate to have 6 of them now that have been great for us. But we think there's always one that can be bigger. We got to keep rocking.
Yeah, it's an awesome video. Really
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The band budgeted that video out of our own pocket, by the way. So we had the label didn't want to do the video. This. We said no, we're doing. It's again testament to the American Idol thing. That just like because you have a record deal, we do things the Pop Evil way. We've always done it the way we've wanted, and what's best for our band in our shoes, and what we believe. So, I mean, that's a testament to other bands out there. Don't make excuses. Like if you want it, go get it, and if you can't, if it's too much, figure out a way to do it. You look at our first videos, it's funny, some of them, sometimes you get people that are like, oh, those first videos sucked, or we didn't have, we were mooching things, we were trying to mooch budgets to, at least, we always said any video is better than no video. So that was always our philosophy, and, even though we didn't have money, we still don't, we just were like, look, we're going to figure it out. I don't care if we got to play the X amount of shows to pay for it. This was what the band feels we need, then we're going to go about and find a way to do it.
Yeah, I think if fans appreciate that. I mean, even if the video sucks, they can see that you guys are.
Yeah, I mean, try it, and some of them are funny and hilarious. But it's not easy to do a video when you're in the rock and roll these days because labels don't want to spend the money on it because they think that there's no place to play them. Who's going to play them? But we disagree. I mean, YouTube. When you think about it, when you watch that Motley Crue video growing up, you had to wait on MTV for it to come back on. You had to wait. You know what I mean? And now you can just watch those videos of your favorite bands over and over and over and over. And I think that's key. And I think that you'll see more of that as the years go on. You'll have an exclusive, like it'll be Pop Evil TV, whether it's YouTube right in your TV, and you'll be able to watch whether it's Pop Evil or not. You'll be able to watch that band 24/7, and we'll be able to post live stuff from the tour bus in the back lounge playing video games. Or we have no internet. No, we have no satellite tonight. I'm really upset because Shark Week and the closing ceremony is in the Olympics, so it's going to be a boring no TV night for me today. But it's important. Like fans can see that stuff and really get in the world and see just how alike we really are. Instead of for so long in music, it was just like they put us on stage and you're higher than everyone. They put people on a pedestal, and it's just kind of it's kind of this distance as a fan. We're fans too, where it seems like you can't. It's unattainable. It's like, oh, I buy all the records, but all I want to do is get a picture. All I want to do is just tell that band how much I love them. And now you're able to do that, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on Facebook, and I think that that's key. And I think that that's the future of music, and that's the future of entertainment, to be able to be more hands-on. We believe that fans don't follow bands, friends do. So the more that we see people live, and the more we see people going out to live shows, the more closer to an element of friends that we become with fans, and those people are the ones that support and travel, and that's how we have a career.
Yeah, all the bands that I've spoken to, that they go out every single night, they meet their fans, they last so much longer.
You really do, and it's hard. Sometimes you got to pace it, because sometimes being a singer, your voice goes and stuff, and you got to, but that's the key. We play so many shows that if you didn't get to see a certain band member this night, there's going to be tomorrow. We're going to be back, in the next 3 to 6 months, and that's just how we like to do it. Hopefully maybe one day there'll be a time when we can, play 3 months at a time and then take a month or two off. But there's too many bands on the come up. You take a time off, someone's going to come up and take your time. Just can't stand the idea of rock and roll being dead. We're just one band, but we're doing our part to make sure rock and roll is much alive. And coming from the rock and roll state of Michigan, that's just how we were raised on Nugent, from Nugent to Kid Rock. It's rock and roll in our veins. It's rock and roll that's gotten through the economic struggles in the Midwest, and we're fighting for a lot of those people to make sure that we're bringing them something that'll hopefully bring peace and some happiness, whether it's in a ballad, which is pop, and then heavy, which is evil, and that's what Pop Evil's about. Not being afraid to pick up an acoustic guitar, or not being afraid to break a window with your guitar, or shatter it out, and play it loud. But we're just ourselves. We're honest with who we are and with our feelings, and we're not trying to be someone we're not.
So what are your plans for the rest of the year? Recording? Or?
Non-stop playing. We're going to go to Canada first time with Black Label Society, so we're stoked about that. Trying to make sure we get around as many metalheads as we can, because I think that's important. And it's a struggle, because metalheads are very passionate about their metal, but I think the more that they can see bands like us, rock bands that are different, coming there to try to help and embrace and bring more awareness, and hopefully convert more rock fans to listen to more metal and be open-minded, and hopefully on the flip side bring more metal, like Five Finger bringing us and bringing more of their fans over to say, hey, there are great rock bands too. And the more we can kind of combine and team up, hopefully we can create more opportunities for us both, where we don't need the labels the same to depend on. We can depend on each other, and more bands and more genres and more fans to create, hopefully better shows, cheaper shows, more fun shows. So it's not, it's a win-win for everybody. So again, it's one day, one show, one concert at a time. But like I said, it's about educating our fans and our listeners, and hopefully creating more awareness to create more opportunities for everyone.
Good. So thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for supporting Pop Evil.
Excited to see you guys tonight.
Can't wait. It's going to be fun tonight. It's going down. Poughkeepsie, New York. Rock!